Hello and welcome. Today I'll be showing you how I made very simple, very easy, under 1 hour sock tutorial, okay? Don't look like much, look like some tubes. I made this video today. Please stay tuned.
Okay, so let's get started. First, you're gonna need some chunky yarn. I used a size K hook, which is what my yarn called for, and measuring tape. Okay, so before we get started, one of the first things you want to do, the measurement of your foot. So you want to go around the base of your foot like this, probably the widest part. And just like that, and get your measurement. So mine is about 9 inches. So you want to make a slip knot. And the very first thing we're going to do is make a chain of 48. Okay, so this is a pattern that's worked in one size. If you feel that the size is not long enough for you, you may want to add in increments of 10. You can size up or down your hook size. You just want to make sure you are doing even numbers. This length right here should be longer than your foot. Okay, so you want to skip that first chain and make 1/2 double crochet into each chain all the way down. I'm just going into the top loop and making my 1/2 double crochet. You want to do that until you get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back. Alright, we're at the last chain, and we're going to make our last 1/2 double crochet into that chain. Alright, this is what it looked like so far. You should have 47 stitches at the end of this row. So from here, I'm going to chain 1, pull tight. I like a small chain 1. And I'm going to work into not here, the front loops, but in the back loops. And I'm going to make 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and last 4. Okay, so I'm going to make 4 single crochets back loop only. Then I'm going to start working 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. Okay, so continue working 1/2 double crochet back loop only until the end of this row. Okay, we are back to the last 2 stitches. I worked my last 1/2 double back loop only. In the very last stitch, you want to work under both loops and place 1/2 double crochet under both loops. At the end of this row, you should have 4 back loop only single crochets and 43 back loop only 1/2 double crochets. Okay, we're going to turn our work. We're going to go into the back loop only with a stacked single crochet, which you can also chain 2 and make a back loop only double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to continue working 1/2 double crochet back loop only for the remainder of the row. So continue working all the way down until the end of this row. Okay, we are back to our last 2 half double crochets, and you work this all the way through the single crochets that's there as well. We are not going into the back loop here. We're going to go under both loops of that single crochet with that half double crochet. Okay, all right, and you will literally repeat these 2 rows back and forth. I will go through them one more time with you, and then we're going to just continue that repeat. So you want to chain 1, pull a little tight for me, and then I'm going to work 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and the 4th single crochet. Then I'm going to go ahead and work my half double crochets, and these are all in the back loops. Back loop only for this entire project, except for the ends. So continue working that down until the end of the row. Okay, once we're down to the last 2 half double crochets, we're going to work 1 half double back loop, and we're going to work under both loops of that last half double crochet. Okay, just like this. We will work 1 back loop only stacked single crochet, and then continue working in half double crochets back loop only all the way down until the end of the row. Okay, just to show you, we are working through all 4 single crochets with 1 half double crochet. Okay, back loop only. And in that last one, we will work under both loops. Okay, so this is how it should look. One side would be slightly slanted than the other. You want to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you reach your desired length. So as you see right now with these few rows, I'm at 3. I need to go until 9. Okay, so you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you get to your length, the desired width of your foot. Okay, I am now back. Here's what my panel is looking like. It took me about 18 rows to complete my 9 inches. And here you go. All right. If you go bigger than your foot, it will be looser. If you go smaller than your foot, it will be tighter. So keep that in mind. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold that just like this, like a hot dog in half. I'm going to take my hook and go through the foundation chain. So since we did go under 1 loop of that, it will look something like this maybe, and you will have 2. So I pulled my yarn through to get it on this side. And then I'm going to do back loop only slip stitches. Okay. So from here you want to go into the next foundation chain, and then you want to go into the back loop only of your last row, foundation chain, back loop only of your working row, foundation chain, back loop only of your last row, and continue these slip stitches all the way down. So through one side of the foundation chain and through the back loop only of your last row. And you want to continue working these slip stitches all the way down. You should have the exact same number that you started with, which would be 47. So just continue working slip stitches until you reach your 47th slip stitch. Okay, I'm just to my last few stitches before my slip stitch. Everything should match up. You should have the same number on both sides. If not, it's not the end of the world. You can make it work. Okay, so that was here we are to my last. And as you see, I'm going into where I worked that chain. So I did 47. I just went an extra one and slip stitch into both of my turning chain and my last chain, or my starting chain of my foundation row. So this is what it looks like so far. Pretty neat, not really noticeable. And here's your tube. Alright, so now we are going to close off the toe. So what I like to do, I took a measurement, I just pulled my yarn across the toe, and then I pulled my yarn back across the toe part. And then I gave myself a little bit of room and I cut. So I assumed that this would be enough yarn. So then I took my needle, threaded my yarn needle, moved that out the way. And here, since I pulled through, right, you see where the yarn is coming out of? This is my working yarn. So since I pulled that through, I wanted to make sure I'm whip stitching into the correct place. So I started on the side where my working yarn is coming out of, right next to my starting chain or my slip knot. Okay, and trying to match these up as evenly as I can. So I just went and pulled tight, preferably going under 2 loops when you can. And I'm doing a simple whip stitch. You can continue to slip stitch this together, however you feel comfort, or whatever's comfortable for you. You just want to try to work your best. You just want to try to work under 2 loops as best as you can, or work as evenly as you can. And then I pull tight after just a few stitches. Side note, since I had 18 rows, if you are counting, you can roughly, estimate how many rows you should be slip stitching through. I kind of just lined up and went with the flow, but you can make that a little easier by just, splitting your number in half and making sure that it matches up. Pulling tight after every few stitches. And this is kind of the crucial part because there's no clear middle. So you want to just navigate it through as best as you can. And just like that. And I've found a little space here and decided to go through that as well as best as I could. And I pull tight. Now, of course, you want to take that back in and weave that through, but I did not at this moment. I'm showing you my tube. This is my opening. I, of course, put my hand in there, and I grabbed it and flipped it right side out. So as you see, this is how the toe closed. You can always check that and see if it closed up nice for you. If it did not, you can redo it. So I don't weave back in immediately. I make sure it looks right and then I go back in and do that later. Alright, and that's it. That's pretty much it. This is a very simple repeat of a pattern. No heel needed. It just fits the curve of your feet. And that's that. So here's what it looks like on my foot. As you see, you may need to. I'm just going to slip this one on for you guys. And just like that. Really simple. As you see, I folded down the brim. That's why it's longer than my foot. And this one I left up. So as you see, there's no definition of a heel. It kind of fits the foot as it fits the foot. And came out really easy, really nice, really simple. Square top and not the circle, and that's that. I'm gonna show you guys from this side. This is how they closed up. This is what they're looking like. Folded down, not folded down. Very easy, very simple. I think they came out pretty nice for just a one pattern repeat. Nothing extra. One step, one process, completely through. And I'm just being a little goofy, but that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's easy for you to make. Please let me know down in the comments if you were able to make this, if you like this. And as I always say, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Audio Jungle.